Today, we are going to solve our next Tableau assignment. For that, I request you to go ahead and open a new Tableau window. And for today's assignment, we are going to use one of the saved data sources. That's for the sample superstore. So you should be able to find it on the left hand side. So you see there is this saved data source and superstore. So please go ahead and click this. Now Tableau will go ahead and load. It will make the connections and load the data, and it will take you to this sheet number 1 option. So here you can see Tableau auto detected all the content of this data source. So you can see it auto identified one of the sheet that is orders, second sheet that is people, and third sheet that is returns. And within each of these sheet, it identified the headers, that is customer name, location, order date, and so on. And it auto, I'll say, categorize based on what it found in each of these sheets. So ABC is your text. This is your location. So if I make this bigger, within the location, it identified country, region, state, province, city, postal, and so on, postal code. Next, it also identified the product category, and within that, it's subcategorized category, subcategory, manufacturer, and product name, and a calculated field, that is profit. It also identified the numerical, the numbers, and these are the ones which is discount, profit, quantity, sales, order, and so on. It also identified the next sheet, which is named people, and within this, it looks like there is only one header, well, couple of them, that is region manager. We'll talk about it as we go. In the next sheet, sheet number 3, auto identified the returns, and again there is something called as header returned. It also auto identified some of the calculated variables, that is profit ratio, and these I will say italic terms that you are seeing. So based on the region, it also auto identified the latitude, longitude of some of the locations. So this is what Tableau automatically did. Before starting to create our first like a dashboard, let's go and check the data source. So I'm clicking on my this data source, and it will take me to this type of window. And this is exactly what we saw during our first couple assignments as well. It will, once you load the data. Well, this is just a redundant thing, so I'm going to make this smaller, and I'm going to drag this up so that I can view each of these column cells. In Tableau world, they call it as fields. So vertical field, in Excel world, it's column, and in Tableau world, it's called as field. So it auto identified 20 fields, and total there are 10,194 rows. Yeah, so going from top to bottom, 10,194 rows. So it looks like there is a lot of data here as well. So as of now, all I know about this data set is we started with something called as sample superstore, and it was an auto saved data source file within a Tableau for maybe for practice reasons for like us. So that's all I know. Within the content, I do not know anything. So even before getting started with a dashboard, I must know what I'm looking at and what type of analysis I should be performing. So for that reason, just like what I always say is let's go ahead and familiarize ourselves with the total data that is available. So the very first thing I'm seeing in this top canvas over here is the relationship Tableau identified within the sheets. The 3 sheets are identified. You see, this is sheet number 1, sheet number 2, sheet number 3. First one is orders, people, and returns. So these are the relationships it identified between these sheets. Yeah. So the common between orders sheet and people sheet is this something called as all I'm doing is hovering my mouse on this link, and topic, it says relationship is orders to people, then cardinality is many to many, then third one is important, the related field. So the common fields between these two sheets is region, and and within the region there are like people listed for each of them. So that's how these two are linked. The next one, the relationship between orders and returns is, and all I do is hover my mouse over here. So yeah, the first one is order to return, which is the what we are looking at. Cardinality is many to many. Third one is important. So the common field, related field between these two are the order IDs. Yeah. So again, these are the common fields, common features. So in Excel, I would have used those either like VLOOKUP or pivot table, something like those. And the order IDs would have been the common linkage between when if I'm doing the VLOOKUP, I should be looking at the the order ID here. So that's what indirectly what it means. Well, we are not going to use VLOOKUP here, but I'm just giving you some context. Coming back, so these are the linkages between these three sheets, and this is how usually the structure of like all the data that is linked and loaded in Tableau from different sources is usually. So the top part of the canvas will show you the linkages. Let's explore something more even before deep diving into our actual analysis. So if I go on my left hand side, I can see, this is my first sheet, second sheet, third sheet, auto identified, and there are a couple more entities. Uh, let's go one at a time. Again, we could have done it for our first two assignments also. But again, the goal here is as we are slowly progressing, we are familiarizing ourselves with all the content of Tableau. So this is the next step. So for order sheet, I mean, if I want to know what is there within the order sheet, and even if I don't want to go to like much more detailed analysis and so on, all I will go do is go over here on the right hand side. It says view data. Yeah, it gets highlighted. So you see, if I'm not hovering, you can't see anything. But as soon as I hover my mouse over there, there's something like this will be there. So it says view data. I'm going to click on it, left click. As soon as I do that, a window like this pops up, and this is the actual data you are seeing. Yeah. So again, it is saying there are 21 fields, and again, even if there is like any row that has even if there is a space or anything, it will identify it as a row. So again, here in the main loaded data, we are seeing 20 fields, 21. So again, that's totally normal. It's totally normal that there could be a discrepancy. Second thing is within this sheet, the first category, the first header or the first column is category. Second one is city, country, region, customer ID, customer name, order date, order ID, postal, product ID. So looks like maybe some of the customers placed order over here, and that order has a unique ID. And again, product ID has again like order ID as well as the product also has its own ID coming from the manufacturer maybe. And then there is the name of the product that was ordered, from which region it was ordered, which segment, consumer, home, office, and so on. So there are various segments. Then ship date, so the date on which it was shipped, order when it was placed. Ship mode, looks like standard, first class. I'm seeing some options, second class, and so on. Maybe there are a few more. Then state, province, from where the orders came from. So state is here, subcategory is how the product, I guess, paper, binder, label, and so on. Okay. And then profit, I guess, per order here, because two quantities. So maybe the profit made was say $5.5. And then again, there is a unique row ID for each of them. And the final is like the sales. Maybe this is the order dollar amount the customer paid. One more thing I'm seeing is, well, all the headers were here. Like maybe I think it's everything is everywhere. It's reshuffled, not in a systematic manner. But again, that's totally okay. It's an Excel sheet, and as long as everything is unique and you know what you're doing, it's all good. Yeah. Here I'm seeing this discount, and maybe there is 0.2, maybe 20% discount given, 80%. Well, that's huge. 20, 20, 20, 0, 0. So there are varying levels of discounts. So this kind of gives me enough information about this. So it looks like there is a lot of data. There is I think that the primary information is there are some orders placed by the customer, and each order has a unique product code, product ID as well, and then there is a definition of what the product is, and then profit, what is the quantity order placed, what is the total sales order, dollar amount paid, and so on. Categories, state where it was shipped, then shipping information. So I think, this is a quick glance wise, this is good enough for me. So again, this is a lot of information I learned in the last couple of minutes when we reviewed this sheet, because when you open this, we had no clue what we are looking at. So again, one step forward in a good way. So this is a very good practice to familiarize yourself. Yeah. So again, we saw, and my first impression is this sheet orders has a lot of information, a lot of key information. Now let's do the same thing for people as well. So again, I don't see anything here. But as soon as I hold my mouse on the people tab, maybe I select that as well, and I take my cursor over on the right hand side, it says there is this window pops up that says view data. I'm going to click it. Oh wow. So compared to the order sheet, I think there is very less amount of data over here. So again, there are two columns or two headers. First one is region, second one is regional manager. So again, looks like there are 4 regions, and for each of this region, these are the 4 regional managers. So this is good to know. So 4 rows, 2 fields. Next one, I'm going to go to the returns. I'm going to click on here, view data. Oh wow, so there are only 2 fields, that is, yeah, 2 columns with these headers, order ID and return. So, oh wow, something that stick my mind is there are 800 rows and 2 fields, and one of them is order ID and return. And my, well, yes is what I'm seeing. Yes, yes, yes. I haven't seen a no yet. Okay, awesome. Now I get it. So you see here, see there are like 10,194 number of orders placed, out of which looks like 800 were returned, and that's why we are. So there is a category that has a order ID. So this is your order ID, and some of these orders were returned. So yeah, and here are the orders that were written. Yeah, so again there is, yeah, they are noted as yes. So again, if I do my calculation math, yeah, I'm just going to use the number 10,000. So suppose 10,000 orders were placed and 800 are returned. So if I do the math, 800 divided by 10,000, which is 8 divided by 100. So yeah, almost 8% of the orders placed were returned by the customer. Yeah, so this is the key information I'm getting. And in this data, looks like, yeah, they have a way to track it. So order ID, and they know which of them are returned. So yeah, this is great input. Yeah. So I think this is enough for me for now. Quick glance and now understanding what more details are there. Next is when I hold my mouse over here, it says its name range. Yeah. So if you remember in some of the initial Excel assignments that we have solved, or yeah, almost all the Excel assignment we solved in our 1400 class, 2400 class, we have a standard practice of naming them. Yeah, naming the cell or group cell or name ranges. So here Tableau also identified there are 2 groups of cells which are named. So one is people and second one is returns. Yeah, which as of now maybe these are the only ones, but again there are group names, so that's what it identified. And again I will just view the data, and this is exactly what we talked about. So it's not only the sheet, but within the sheet again, they have selected these and named these as people. In this case, it looks like it's a duplication, but there might be other cases where you have very complex data, lots of data, multiple sheets, multiple groups of tables within tables, and so on. So it's good to know. Yeah. Here also, since we did for people, I'm going to go to this name range and make it bigger. I'm sure it will be the same. Oh wow! So here it has only named the group of cells for returns. Yeah, this is good information for me to know. Yeah. So again, something more I learned. Now, doing a last quick check, so a quick glance over the entire sheet that we have. Yeah. So again, here, yeah, orders, people, return are the 3 sheets, and currently the view I'm seeing over here is from the orders sheet. Yeah. If I go here and change it to people, yeah, this is my people sheet. It has 4 regional managers. Then I have a return sheet. It has, yeah, yes or no. Sorry, yes, for the returns and so on. And if I check the relationship, there is orders to people. Yeah, this is what is highlighted. This is what is highlighted. And for the second one, this is orders to return. It is highlighted, and this is exactly what we reviewed. But if you see, like, what I'm trying to do here is I'm exploring the several options, several buttons, sub tabs, and yeah, we are just trying to learn more about Tableau, about how the structure of this whole program and so on is. So as we move forward, learning, getting our more hands-on experience with Tableau, you will, yeah, once we understand these kind of teeny tiny details, then we can process the data in much better way. So yeah, that's the goal over here. So familiarizing is the goal. Yeah. So coming back, I'll go to, yeah, let's go to order, logical tables ordered. So this is where we started at when Tableau first loaded. This was the view. Well, in fact, I mean, this was the view and this was small, but yeah, coming back. So we are looking at orders, and yeah, quick glance again, final glance, order ID, order date, ship mode, customer name, segment of the orders, yeah, country, region of the order, city, state province of the order, and postal code. And if I go scroll to my right, yeah, state, province, postal code, region, category, subcategory, product name. So here I think it's all more of a demographic. Well, this is an order information, order date, ship date. Yeah, there is a gap. Maybe here there is a 4-day gap, 4-day gap, 4-day gap. Maybe there is a, oh no, there is a 7-day gap. Then shipping mode information is there, customer name is there, segment is there, postal information of the customer is there, and then oh, product information is also there. So again, category of the product, yeah, like some more subcategories are given. The product name is also given, and sale, maybe this was a sale order amount they paid for, yeah, this 2 quantity of message book, and discount given was 20%. Profit made from this order was $5, $5.55. Then who was the manufacturer? Okay, good. And yeah, null, as of now in the profit we are seeing null, but I'm sure we are going to do some kind of calculation. Yeah. So this is how we quickly glance through and checked a majority of the components of this data source sheet when we load the data. Something more, yeah, I think I've spent a lot of time, but again, I still want to show, I think this is important. So, if you hover your mouse on each of these header, you can see this is ABC, meaning it has identified as a nominal. Yeah, again, although these are, I mean, mix of text and numbers. This is a nominal category, meaning it's not a random number. I'm not like counting from 1 to 10 or 1 to million and so on. I can just keep going. But each of this order ID means something. It's a name given to a certain specific order which they can locate. So it's a nominal. That's why it is locating it as a ABC, that is text. It's a nominal category of data. Here it's a date. Then again, this is also a text category. So that's why it's ABC. Again, yeah, maybe there are limited option. Standards first class, I thought second class also. And then customer name also text order. Now in sheet 1, I want you to expand your product, all the categories. I want you to expand the locations as well so that we can see all. So the dashboard we are going to build as a part of this assignment will have 3 different visualizations. All 3 are related to profits. So first one is profit by category of product. Next one is profit by state. And the third one is profit by manufacturer. So we'll be combining all these 3. So indirectly, this is a profit analysis dashboard. So let's get started building the very first one. So here let's focus on product category and profit. So I'm going to drag this category in my rows. I'm also going to drag the subcategory in my rows. Third, I'm going to drag the profits in my within this canvas, and here is, I'm getting the numbers. So at first, what I'm seeing is all these numbers are, or all this analysis I'm seeing is in a tabular format. Let me display it as a horizontal bar chart. So I'm going to go here, show me, click on horizontal, and I'm seeing the obvious bar charts over here. I'm going to make this smaller. The next I'm going to do is let's use a color scheme. So for that, I'll be dragging this profit into my color. Oops, yeah. Hey, this part changed. So let's go back by clicking this. This is equivalent to undo. Yeah, in fact, this is undo. Either you can click Control Z on your keyboard and click this undo. It will go back to where it was. And this is what I should have done. And again, on purpose, I'm showing this mistake so that it can happen to you as well. So it's very easy to go back in Tableau. All you do is undo, like click back or Control Z. So yeah, once I did that, I came back. So now I'm going to click Control and then drag. For Mac users, hit or hold your command button on your keyboard and then drag this profit into my color. Awesome. So Tableau used this default setting, automatic setting, and gave its color schema to the best it can. Here we can see obvious changes. So looks like there are most of the product emerged as profit creators, versus there are few who also generated some losses. And looks like the darkest blue is equal to or proportional. So the dark color blue as well as the length of this bar is proportional to the actual profit the category made. and the darkest version of orange, yeah, darkest shade of orange is yeah, highest profit, sorry, highest loss. Well, let's correct, yeah. Let's choose some standard settings. So I'm going to go to this color, then edit colors, and you can see here it's automatic selected. So darkest brown is negative, that is a loss, and darkest blue is positive, that is highest profit. So let's use maybe some standard known colors that we often tend to use. So let's use red green divergence, which means that red or darkest red is loss, and green or darkest green is highest profit. So let's use that red green diverging palette. Also, I'm going to click advance, and let's say yeah, click center, yeah, use center as 0. So that way everything to the right of this yeah, center is green, that is positive, greater than a 0, and everything that is left to the 0 is red. I'm going to apply it. You see it applied. Then I'm going to click OK. So you can see, yeah, like this is starting to look much more attractive, and it's interactive. As soon as I hover my mouse, I can see the numbers. So category technology, subcategory is phone. Yeah, it made 45,000 profit. Next one, technology machine, 3,400 profit. Highest profit is in this category, that is technology copiers, and 56,000. The third highest profit is technology accessories, 42,000. And yeah, there are a few more dark, 34,000 office supply paper, office supplies binder, 31,000, furniture chairs, 27,000, and yeah, like others are like respectively decreasing in height as the amount of profit is like decreasing in this category. And there are three categories that are producing losses. The highest is in this, that is furniture table. Yeah, the loss is yeah, the loss is 17,750. Second highest loss is in furniture bookcases, 3,600 loss. The third last one is office supplies 17, yeah, sorry, 1171 dollars of loss. And again, this is always a case, you know, usually in retail industry, as long as most of the your items are producing a profit, and again among them, like at least 50% of them are like significantly high. Yeah, that you are on the right path. And on the loss side, yeah, just focus on the highest loss generator. So this is what information I'm getting. So you see how systematically this whole visualization is arranged. Yeah. So again, there is three different categories: furniture, office, supplies, and technology, and then systematically listed subcategories within them. And yeah, the three yeah, various subcategories of each of these three, and then very systematically laid out this visualization horizontal bar. So technically, this completes our first visualization, first sheet. So let's name it as profit by category. I'm going to name PROFIT by CATAGORY, and oops, category. Awesome. Yeah, and as soon as I change it, even this changes. Maybe I can make it bolder. And smaller. Sheet name bolder, and if you want, I can make it say 20. Let's say 20. Let's center it out as a standard practice. I'm okay with Tableau light 20 bold, but I don't want anything else. So yeah, this is good enough. I'm going to apply, and you see it centered. Now let's create our next sheet. So I'm going over here, adding a sheet. Let's name it, say, profit by state. And click outside. You see the title changes. Let's use the standard we created few minutes ago. So yeah, sheet name, let's change it to 20. I'll keep the same. Tableau light, bold, center, apply. You see this is centered. Awesome. Now, like the title says, profit by state. So I'm going to go to this state province and drag it in my center of my canvas. And you see, yeah, Tableau auto created this map, USA map, and based on the state information, it knew it is in like it's in our country. Now, as we know, like we are looking at profit, so I'm going to drag this profit in here. And as per recommendation, you can see it created this size map. Yeah, largest size of this bubble or the size map is highest profit, least is like yeah, negative. So that's how it did. Yeah, it's teeny tiny. Oh yeah, wow, looks like Texas, although it's a big state, yeah, it has the yeah like highest loss or least profit. Although you can see Tableau Auto, recommended its yeah this size map, and yeah, this is all as per the recommendation. You can see if you click this, yeah, it is saying this. It is what it's selected, and if I hover my mouse over here, you see it's giving me names. Here it's telling it's recommended. That's what it's selected auto. Let's stick with our original schema of color. So what I'll do is I will move this profit instead of the size map. I'll drag it to my colors and see what happens. And looks like yeah, I can see blue, dark blue, and orange. Let's go back into our colors and use our standard pattern that we selected, standard palette that we selected, which is edit colors. So click here. You see, yeah, this is what it's taking. So let's select our standard red, green, diverging palette. Don't forget to change this to like center 0, apply. So everything to the right of 0 is green and everything to the left of 0 is red. Okay. And yeah, this is pretty straightforward, and you can see that yeah, coloring scale over here. So yeah, like here we don't have like actual red. Maybe it's looking at equivalent. So if it was negative 76,000 somewhere over here, it would have been red. So this is yeah somewhere like reddish orange. So that's your least profit, negative 25,000, and highest profit is 76,381. And just looking at this, you can tell which states are generating highest profit. This is the year highest one, California, yeah, 76,381. I guess the next highest is 74,039. And depending on the color schema, I think this is the next one, Washington, 33,000. Then this is, oh wow. So compared to this and this, almost 50%, yeah, almost here to here also almost 50%, well, less than 50. Well, as of now, I just go with, high level. So this is 16,000, 24,000. Okay, this is more. Michigan, 24,000, 18,000. And yeah, states with highest losses, looks like Texas is the one, negative 25,729. The next are somewhere here, 16,900, 1,550, 1,260, 6,000. Wow, our Utah is, yeah, still profitable. Awesome. Yeah, 2,547. So this looks like a pretty standard template and very easy to read, right? Yeah, thanks to Tableau designers, well, the way they have laid this out. So yeah, I think the schema looks very well. You can yeah easily interpret yeah what's going on between each state and how is the profit situation. Yeah, just looking at this map. So this complete our second sheet as well. Now let's build our next sheet. Let's call it as profit by manufacturer. PROFIT by MANUFACTURER. Click on here. Title changes. Let's standardize. Select entire. Change it to 20. Bold, center, apply, changed. Now, as you know, the title says profit by manufacturer. So I'm going to drag this manufacturer in here. That gives me the list in a tabular format. I'm going to drag the profits in here. Yeah, I'm getting all the data in tabular format. Now, let's go over here. Let's still use the horizontal bar graphs. Awesome. This is a very good visualization I'm getting for all the manufacturers, and looks like yeah, it's going. Yeah, the list of manufacturers is very long. It's going beyond this screen. Two more things. Before we proceed, I want to just quickly want to show a few more things. So you see, currently the bar graph I have selected is horizontal one, and since there, yeah, this is a zero line, 0K, and everything left to the zero is negative, that is loss, and right to this zero is profit. One more thing you can do is you see these three tabs. So this is more of a transpose function we use in Excel. So you can swap rows and columns, or yeah, use Control W. So let's. I just wanted to show what it does. So if I click this, you see from horizontal bar graphs, it is getting yeah, it is creating a vertical bar graph. So I will take it back. Yeah, let's keep it here. Other thing is this is descending order. So if I click this, sorry, ascending order. If I click this, yeah. So all my highest losses are going to be on extremely left hand side, and as the axis move from left to right, yeah, the amount is going to increase until I see the highest profit by manufacturer on the extreme right hand side. And same thing, this is more of a descending function. So if I click this, it will be reversed. Yeah. So I go here, this is my highest profit, and as I move from left to right, it's descending. So this is another cool function that you can use. Well, in our next part, we are going to use like similar thing, but let me show you more formal way, standard way, instead of these quick bars. So for that reason, I'm going to go back. So just back, undo, undo, one more undo, and I think, yeah, this is where, well, yeah, this is where we were. So yeah, I'm going to go to this manufacturer field. And then I'm going to say sort, and within sort, yeah, I'm going to say ascending. Instead of using data source order, by default what our Tableau selects, I'm going to select field. And again, if you don't know what these are, let's try out all of them. Yeah, so by default, this is how it was. So if I select alphabet, you see it is, yeah, changing some. So it is adding an alphabetical order to it. Next one is, yeah, sort by field. And if I see field, I will still keep it as ascending, and you see the current field is that is selected is profit. If I make this bigger, it's giving me option of several different fields. Yeah, but again, let's stay focused on our profit only. So yeah, I'll keep it here, and yeah, I'll just close it out. So now it is, yeah, it is arranged, organized in ascending order of profit. So this is my negative, like highest loss or the most negative profit, and as I go from top to bottom, it is increasing to the highest. The next part, what I can do is, let's see, show filter, and currently, yeah, this is, yeah, all that has been selected, meaning everything, all the manufacturers are selected. If I want to use some custom numbers, yeah, maybe, yeah, let's go back. Well, we'll come back over here. So for that, let me just switch. Yeah, let's try this. Swap row column and see if horizontal makes sense. Yeah, maybe, yeah, the axis is longer, so this bar like are longer, so it's easy to identify, easy to locate, and so on. So I think, yeah, I'll keep it horizontal way. So yeah, this is what I did, and that's how Tableau switched the vertical bars into horizontal bar when I switch between rows and columns. So yeah, now my manufacturer is in my column and profit is in my rows. Next thing is, let's go ahead and standardize our colors. So I'm dragging this profit into colors again. Oops, I think I did the same mistake again. And again, glad that on purpose I'm showing this. Yeah, so that this can, if this happens to you, you can go back and change. So again, undo. So now I'm going to hold control on my keyboard. If you are a Mac user, hold command and then drag profit into your color. Awesome. So this is, yeah, recommended color field it chose. I'm going to go to color. Let's change it out and automatic. And I'm going to say, yeah, our standard red green diverging palette. And let's change this center to 0 again. Apply. Awesome. Yeah, this looks cool. So yeah, well, this is a lot of information. In fact, there are lots of different manufacturers, and yeah, there are some obvious ones that have produced a lot of losses. And if I go on Extreme right hand side, yeah, there are some significant, especially these two big giant tall skyscrapers. Yeah, these have generated the highest profit. So this is significant as compared with to, I'll say, many in this middle range where it's minuscule. You see 120, 140, 85. Yeah, profit and so on, versus this is 42,000. Yeah, so barely, like bare minimal single and double digits, 100, 60, 45, and so on. And this is like literally $8 and all those. So that 42,000 is significant. So this is a lot of information. And although Tableau has tried its best to like use its entire scale, still I think it's alternating. So there is still a lot of information that is not visible. For example, you see between iceberg and clear one, there is one more, there is memorax. which is not being shown here because yeah, I think Tableau tried its best to squeeze it on its x-axis, but still it's a lot of information, which is normal, yeah. And still, if I mean, if it is absolutely necessary, I can always click here, and it will tell me what it is. It is Microsoft, and yeah, this is the number 1,000 is the profit, and yeah, I go here. Yeah, here also, in fact, yeah, for one of the tall, like high profit maker, some information is missing. In fact, the last one, you see Canon, and there is one more which I'm not seeing. So if I click over here, it's under other manufacturer. Oops, yeah, this is Canon, but yeah, well, yeah, there is some mix up going on. So this is Canon, and this is other manufacturer generating 42,595 profit. So I can always hold my mouse and make the selection if I am, you know, if I really want to dig deep. Other thing is, yeah, Tableau by default it will take fit everything on a standard scale or standard screen. Let's explore what other screen fits are. So if I select fit width, it will fit all these manufacturers on a width, and again we have sorted this based on ascending order. So least is here, highest is here. And here also, like, not all the information is visible. So if needed, I can always go and click those individual and yeah, get the input about what each of those manufacturers are and what is the profit they generated for the product sold. Yeah, so again, this is fit width. Let's see fit height. Okay, awesome. So fit height, it goes beyond in the x-axis, but it is trying to utilize the most height it can in yeah, downward as well as upward. So yeah, this is another good to know information, fit height. Now let's see, let's go entire view. Oh, so awesome. So here Tableau is doing its best to fit everything on the entire view within my screen space. So maybe this is good for now. Other thing that you can do is yeah, let's try to filter some more things. And again, I'm just playing around. So if I say show filter, yeah, let's say show filter. So currently this is the one. Let's see condition. Well, let's see. Oh yeah, this might be a. So since we have lots of manufacturers over here, and again, like if I'm going to present this to some of my executives, sales executives, market executives, and they are very critical about the manufacturers who generated the highest losses. And again, this is a long list. So instead of looking this entirety, let me sort it. Yeah, say edit filter top, and I'm going to say by field. And currently the by default is top 10. So suppose I change this to say top 30. If I apply, oh awesome. So again, it's giving me top 30. So if I go, the other option is bottom 30. Yeah. So again, like we said previously, I said maybe the executives are concerned about the least profit producing or the most loss producing manufacturer. So if I select this bottom 30 and apply, this is what I'm getting. So this is like very useful information. So among the several number of manufacturers, these are the most critical ones, and maybe the last, I'll say it's 10 or 12 might still be on extremely lower side, but this is definitely significant guy. QB5 12,720 loss, 4,400 second lows least. Bevis 2,600 loss. OS11 is 2,000. Yeah, 600 again, almost 2,200 and so on. So again, this is another good piece of information. In fact, now what I'm thinking is if I get something like this, yeah, let me add one more variable in here. Let's say quantity. If I add that quantity part, oh wow, now this is shading some more insight. So what it's telling me, although QB5 had the highest profit, the quantity sold by from QBI was only 13 versus this guy, the quantity sold was 169, but the loss was 4,400. This was even higher quantity sold, but the yeah, you see this loss was 2,000, almost 600 versus, oh, this guy is interesting. Yeah, so this guy 10x quantity sold was 310, but the loss was only almost $600. So definitely there is a price per piece factor over here. So for example, if I select this quantity sold 13, loss was almost 13,000. So maybe per piece the loss was $1,000. Yeah, so that's again, like again, it looks like it's a costly piece versus 300 quantity sold and only 600 profit, meaning the like cost per piece was or loss per piece was $2. Yeah, so you see $1,000 loss per part sold, quantity sold versus $2 parts loss per part sold. Yeah, so that's another insight that is being added on here. So again, you see like what I did. I mean, quickly drag and drop, presented right in front, and hover my mouse, I get all the information. And this is the key useful information. Yeah. One more thing, maybe I can. Let me try one more thing. So I'm going to quantity. I'm going to switch the places of profit and quantity. So I'm going to drag this quantity in front of profit. Oh, this is much more easily readable. In fact, I can do like right next to each other. So it profit is small 8, but again 128. So maybe few cents. The cost of or profit per piece was just few cents. Maybe they were not worth it. And so on. So this is another. I think I like this layout the way it is. So quantity up and profit down. One more thing is I think I'm confusing my the guys I'm presenting to. Maybe the executives to whom I will be presenting this to. Because quantity and color, like red, green doesn't make sense. It's just a quantity, right? There is no high or low here. But based on the profit, it has taken the color from the profit. So I'll just select this and sum of profit, quantity of profit. Well, filter wise, maybe let me do this. I'll select quantity, or I'll select this quantity. Well, I'm trying to get the color schema over here. For sum of profit, well, sum of profit color schema is good. I'm to disengage this from quantity. Let's see. Filter, well, filter already taken care of. Show header, no dimension, measure, sum continuous, edit shelf, mark type, remove mark type. I think good. Add table calculation. No, I don't want this. I don't want this. Oops, sorry. So if I'm so I'm clicking control on my keyboard, command for Mac, dragging the quantity in my color schema. Okay, so it's currently it's showing me color schema for quantity, and what I'll do is edit color. Automatic, is there a none option? That's what I'm looking for. Custom sequential, customer diverging, no, automatic is good. Not reverse, not advanced, start and apply, cancel. Show filter, apply to worksheet, no format. Well, let's see what oops. So okay, so it's per pin as well as 12 doesn't make sense. I'm going to close the format. The sum of profit is good. Let's see all. So it says there are multiple filters. I don't not my interest. Maybe let me drag this whole all the way out and see what happens. Oh, awesome. So everything is grayed out. So again, there is no color schema here. Everything is single color. So we instead of gray quantity, let me pick say a color. For you, I will for the students, I will let you decide whichever color you want to pick. You can stay with gray. And you understand, right, what I'm trying to do over here. I'm going to take the color schema out of the quantity because before you see this was dark red and this was like more on the greenish red side, more on green side because it's a positive profit as well. But that color schema doesn't apply to the quantity, so it might be confusing. So again, this like losses, it makes sense. Here I'm trying to use a standard color across the same. So awesome, we achieved that. So this completes our third sheet as well. Now we have all the 3 sheets ready to create our dashboard. Profit by category, profit by state, profit by manufacturer. Creating dashboard is pretty straightforward in Tableau. Just go over the tab over here, hover your mouse, it says new dashboard, click on it. A new dashboard sheet will be created. Tableau will auto detect the sheets that are ready to be added to your dashboard. A few important things to look at is the size. By default, Tableau has a tendency to auto detect your computer size or the screen size, and it will make the recommendation. So in this case, it is saying is desktop browser. But you might also want to consider some of you users might be using either phone to check the dashboards, or sometimes it might be tablets or small laptops and so on. So for that reason, yeah, you can always make this bigger. You see, currently it is by default selected as a fixed size. Some other options are automatic or range. If I select automatic, it will automatically adjust and try to utilize my whole screen space. Going back to fixed size, yeah, so my fixed size has changed based on that automatic, and now it is custom. No worries, yeah, I can always go back, and just to keep up with you, I'll go back. Let's see the other option. So that was automatic. If I say range, currently here it will just try to maximize fit to the maximum range it can. Later on, I will show you how range changes. But yeah, let me go back again. So those are the three options with this size, like immediately. And yeah, for the top sizes, fixed automatic range. Next one is you can specify what is the size of your screen if you want to, if you know what it is. So you can use full screen. I can, yeah, if I select this, it will go full screen. Then laptop browser, this is the size. Web page, if you are, yeah, embedding it in web page. Block embedded, embedded, small block embedded, column, and so on. So these are the several options. You can even say like, yeah, A3, that is portrait. This is the size, or you can define your custom. So yeah, this is I just wanted to show you that these options are there. Second one is currently yeah, the the screen I'm using, it automatically identified as default, but I could be using a phone as well. So for that, I can for this selected, I can do a device preview. So yeah, let me click that and let's explore that option. So I'm clicking device preview. Automatically it identified as a computer, say desktop browser, and this is how the dashboard will be previewed. I can, yeah, if I know some of my users might be using phone or tablets or a laptop, I can always drag this, I mean, click on this next and see what option it has. So device type, this is a preview. If I say desktop, this is how it will look like. And again, it is telling me what is the model of desktop, and based on the model of desktop, this is the recommended size. I can make this bigger. Yeah, it's even bigger. Yeah, like standard medium desktop monitor, large desktop monitor, you see it's going beyond. Yeah, then again coming back to the generate, yeah, so it looks like there are four options here. No worries, and I can always make this, you know, horizontal, vertical, switching this option. I'll keep it as is. Next thing is I can go to next, and you see it's giving me a tablet option. So if I'm using a tablet, that is generate tablet, this is how the dashboard will be looking like. Yeah, tablet on mobile app as well. And yeah, within tablet, there are several options open. iPad mini, this is how it will look like. This is how the dashboard will look like. iPad Air, this is how it will look like. iPad 3, iPad 4, iPad, yeah, 10.2 inch, iPad 9.7 inch. Yeah, Nexus, yeah, different variety of them, Galaxy Tab, and so on. So you can see Tableau has done a very smart work, and they have, yeah, come up with several types of screens and models and so on. So you are free to choose whatever you going to use. Yeah, the next one device is phone. So again, yeah, like if you are viewing it on a phone, this is how the preview will look like, dashboard will look like. So again, generic phone versus iPad XS 11 Pro, or if it is iPhone XR, XS Max, 11 Pro Max, and so on. And yeah, iPhone 7, 8, and yeah, you can flip around. You can say like horizontal or this way. So yeah, here are several options. Just wanted to bring to your attention. And now going back to our default where we were at. The other thing to look at is, yeah, here this object option. Well, last time we did in our friend series dashboard, we did upload an image. So that kind of give you an idea about how it works. But yeah, here are some other options to keep in mind for our later use. Well, I mean, we won't be using it this time, but just wanted to give you an overview about what these are. So again, horizontal container. So later on, you will see, for example, if I select this and drag. Currently, well, this is how it is. It is getting the whole space. Yeah, let me add one more. So if I try to drag the second one, you see it is creating a shadow of how the second one will fit and how it will look like. It is creating that, it highlighting that in a grayish area, or creating a preview highlight or graying it out. So if I do that, yeah. So one of my chart, well, this chart isn't fitting in this container and my second chart is fitting in this container. Yeah. So this is what it means. Yeah. So currently, if two of these charts are fitting like side to next to each other, meaning they're in this horizontal container mode, I can do the same thing in vertical also. Yeah. So just to yeah, explain, I'm going to take it back. Next one is text. Yeah, you want to add text, you want to add extension. There is ask data, there is data story, there is image option, there is blank, workflow option, a web page navigation, download, add filter, instant discovery. Well, at some point we'll be using it, or even if you don't use all of these as a part of these the class, assignments we do in this class. Just wanted to review with this with you guys. Next one is tiled versus floating. Well, let's give me an example of floating. So whatever we have used so far in the last two assignments we solved, it was all tiled. Let's give you an example of floating. Yeah, so if I select floating, everything remains the same. Now, if I drag this first sheet, profit by category in here, you can see it didn't take the auto shape like horizontal container, vertical container, and so on. But again, yeah, I can float it, I can move it anywhere I want, and I can adjust size if I like I want to this one, this way, or I want to make it taller and so on. I'm free to yeah, make it and move it anywhere. And again, there are two components to this. Yeah, one is this scale and one is the actual sheet itself. So again, if I choose the floating, I can float these around anywhere. If I get the second one also. So that's the benefit I get if I choose the floating, and it all depends upon what is the yeah, how many sheets I have, what is the information I'm trying to display within my dashboard. So yeah, make the choice accordingly, but this is how yeah, it will be. These are the choices options you have. Now going back, yeah, I'll go all the way back. Yeah, oops, one step forward. Okay, here we barely created this dashboard, and yeah, here we are. So for now, I'll just select yeah, desktop. I'll go to the fixed size and I'll say let's go with automatic. I'll let Tableau automatically identify my best fit screen size and maximize the screen space. And next, I'm just going to drag this profit by category. Oops, it's still in floating. So you see it's here. So I'll take it back. I'll select tiled. Now I'll do here. So you see it's graying out. So since there will be only one sheet, it is occupying my entire screen space, which should be normal. But when I look at it, I think, although technically it is entirely utilizing my screen space, based on the dimensions or the proportionality, I will say almost half of my screen space is underutilized. I mean, this is just good to know information. Second thing is, again, like we saw before, there are two components to this sheet. One is the actual horizontal bar chart itself, explaining the details, category, subcategory, and the profit. Yeah, this is zero line, like negative profit, positive profit, and there is a second component of scale. But in this case, I know what I'm looking at, so maybe just for now, I'll just take this away. So yeah, this is done. Next, I'm going to drag the second one, that is profit by state. So I'll just drag it over here, and you see as soon as since it's a tiled mode, it is showing this how it will look like. Maybe I will drag this on the right hand side. Yeah, let's keep it this way. Awesome. Yeah, this looks great. Next one is, let me drag the profit by manufacturer. If I fit in here, maybe it looks good. Yeah, but again, what I'm seeing is maybe my actual area of interest is this. In that case, this portion of Canada and Mexico are not so useful. So maybe I'll just try to take them off from this. So what I'll do is, let me do it this way. And currently looks like this is how it is. So let me take fit height. Yeah, oh, awesome. So this looks much better. And maybe this is good. This is good. Entire view. See, this is how it was originally. If I go entire view, oops, this is there. Let me select, I'll take this off as well. Okay, awesome. More screen space available. If I select this, see what I'm trying to do over here is just try to make it like optimize my screen space. Again, this doesn't look because I can utilize this. So yeah, again, this sheet is still in standard mode. Let's say, okay, interview, it is auto adjusting. I think this is also auto adjusted, so maybe that is not required. Second thing is, maybe I'll try to take away my yeah, this headers or yeah, titles. So for doing that, let me make this bigger. You see title is selected. I'm going to say click uncheck that. Yeah, so the title is gone. Here as well, I think, yeah, we kind of know what we are looking at. So I'll take this title away. Here as well, I will take the title away. Yeah. So here so far we have created. Hey, one more thing we should have done it way earlier is, yeah, please go ahead and save this file as, yeah, Tableau assignment dash sample store. I think for you it might be like still sheet one or yeah dashboard one, Tableau assignment one or something like that. Go ahead and save it as yeah. So go over here, say save as, and in your desired location, say Tableau assignment dash sample dash store. Yeah, awesome. Coming back. And the next part is just wanted to highlight few key rules while finalizing the whole layout for your dashboard. So here is a list of yeah, I think I say rules I've come up with or a user found important is dashboard top tips. So the first one is you must know your audience, who you are presenting. So based on that, you can make yeah, you can decide on the size if you're going to present using your current computer or if you're going to embed a link and send it out that link using either Tableau public, or if they have a license, send them a file or send them a link and have them open in the Tableau actual software on their computer or laptop or iPad or phone, and based on that you design the yeah select the right size of the screen and then fit in your dashboard. Next one is correct size and layout must be there. Yeah, so try to use a simplified layout. Well, again, golden rule is try not to fit in lots of I'll say sheets into one. Yeah, like in a single screen, even if I'm using a big screen, maybe 20 small charts or layouts or tables or some information might be too much information. It might be too much traffic. So again, your audience might be get confused or they might not get some key points that you are trying to make. So yeah, just make sure you yeah, finalize the right size of each of the chart and make sure you finalize the right layout. Next one is limit the views and colors. Yeah, you try to keep things simple. Try not to use variety of colors. So you try to use a standard pattern. So again, in our friend series, we kind of try to use like same color pattern, and that's why whenever we created every sheet, we kind of copied the existing sheet so that all the settings, colors, everything yeah, were carried forward and we made the necessary changes. So again, it was like a simplified, like standard color was used. And also try to limit the information, try not to squeeze too much into a single. And again, each dashboard you are creating will be different. So yeah, based on, it's like a case by case. Every dashboard must be dealt by case. Just as a designer of the dashboard, make sure, yeah, you are trying to make a clear point. And based on that, I will say anywhere from 4 to anywhere up to like, I think 4 to 6 or 4 to 7 number of charts on any normal dashboard should be good enough. But again, it's just a golden rule. There is no hard and fast that that you can't have like more than 20 or more than 10 or so. If it is needed, go for it. But yeah, just remember this golden simple view rule is that try to keep things simple. Next thing is make things interactive. Yeah, so whatever charts you are displaying, just make sure they are interactive. I think our friend series, what we did, I think that was a very good example of interactive. So, when we selected one of the, series name, all the numbers, count, series, rating, number of, yeah, like overall rating, number of votes and all where you are getting displayed. So it was interactive. In fact, yeah, in few minutes, I'm going to show you how to make our current dashboard interactive as well. So again, this is another golden rule, that is make things interactive, and add tool tips wherever needed on the chart. Yeah, try to limit the amount of text that goes onto the dashboard, but as needed, add those tool tips wherever needed. Yeah. Yeah. So these are some I'll say dashboard top tips I will recommend you. So again, going back, so this is where we are at. So yeah, this is the layout we came up with. Next thing is, let's try to yeah, let's quickly look at it. Yeah, so on the left hand side, we are seeing category, subcategory on your y-axis, and we are seeing the profit on your x-axis. So again, yeah, it's a clear indication, right? And more or less the scale we are using is the same. So if yeah, like yeah, this is the highest profit, darkest, and again here as of now we are just looking at the top 20, but still the filter is on, and the original data is still linked in our this profit by manufacturer. So I can change the filter over here and it will automatically update it over here, or I can change the filter here itself, and it will be automatically updated. Right now we are seeing the bottom 30. So this is what it is. So yeah, this is a clear view, and again as soon as I hover my mouse on each of these, I can see the numbers changing. But one thing, let's check this. So again, this is my concern, which is the product category that is giving me the highest loss or most negative profit. So if I select this, you see only this part is highlighted. There is no change over here, so looks like it's not so interactive. Same is the case if I select this, only this part is highlighted, and again it's telling me within this chart, it's Chrome Craft, Chrome Craft. The profit is negative 4,400 and the quantity were 169. But again, these are not interactive, so nothing is, I'm not getting any special information over here. So let's work on making this interactive. So I'll show you, like there are a couple of ways. Let me show you the easy way. So for that, go over here on each chart. So maybe I'll start with this as the first one. And if I, once I select any of this chart, I will see a side tab like this, so it will appear. Well, in normal case, if I don't do that, sorry, if I click somewhere, here, this row is not appearing. So if I click over here, again, this will appear. So on this, use as filter, click on this use as filter, so that dark gray or dark, like almost blackish dark gray part of the filter must turn into white. So meaning that use filter has been activated. So now let's see what happens here. So again, filter has been activated on this. So if I select this, you see the subsequent information on the next couple charts also gets highlighted. So it's changing. So right now all the information you are seeing related to table only. So meaning out of this loss of 17,750, this is how these are the states where this product was sold, and this is how the like the whole profit or losses are summed up. In fact, there is one state that generated very high profit, that is Washington, when they sold tables, versus this is one state, New York, which where it generated the highest loss of negative 4,500. This also Illinois 4,300. So if you sum all these your numbers, like 4,800 minus 1049 minus 304 plus 407 and so on, the ultimate number we will be getting is 17,000, negative 17,753. So this is how it's telling, how the sale of table was spread around in all the states, as well as whatever the numbers. The next thing is, it's high. On this chart you are seeing the negative profits by different manufacturers. So again, these are the manufacturers of the tables. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Among the bottommost 30, these are the 10 manufacturers of the tables, and this is how each company, like manufacturer lost the money, or and again, these are the quantities of the tables sold in by each manufacturer. So again, this has become interactive. I can take this off, and now let's look at the strongest profit one, highest profit one, which is copier. So if I select this, this is telling me, in fact, for all the states where copiers were sold, almost all the states made money. So there is no state that lost money, made negative profits. So California was the highest, 7,000, almost 7,900. Washington was the highest, 9,400. This was 8,850, and third one was California. Well, there are lighter versions, which is like mere $120 and 165. Looks like 120 was the least, 275, 165. But no worries, still profit. And none of the manufacturer fell in the bottom 30, so you're not seeing anything over here. Similarly, let's see the next least profit or loss generating category, product category, which is within furniture, it's bookcases. So if I select this, So among the bottom 30, there were 5 manufacturers who manufactured and sold bookcases, and this is the loss allocation. Out of the 3,600 loss, 2,600 was bore by O'Sullivan, 846 was this guy, 670 was this guy, B star was this, 613, and yeah. So this is how it was. And among the state, yeah, these are the states where bookshelf were sold. Oh, sorry, bookcases were sold. And in fact, there are some states that generated profit for almost 1400, 570. So, and yeah, these are the states that generated losses. And again, it looks like the loss amount is higher than the profit. That's why it's overall, it's cumulative, it's a negative. So again, this has become interactive. Yeah, for this part, we checked only for this chart. Yeah, after selecting this. So now let me do the similar thing for say other states. Say if I select California, when I do that, since we haven't activated this filter on California, it's not changing anything over here. Yeah. Same thing if I select say Nebraska, you see only Nebraska will be selected, telling me highlighting this and giving me this number, but it's not doing anything to anything else. Same is with Texas. Yeah, if I select it, nothing is changing because it's not interactive yet. I haven't linked them. I haven't activated the filters. Same is the case over here among the bottommost 30. If I select this, only this is getting selected, and yeah, this is being highlighted, but none of the other charts are changing, meaning those are not interactive yet. So similar to what we did on here, activated this. I'm going to go to the next chart, and you see this filter is still not selected. So I'm going to click on it. It's white. So meaning, yeah, even this has been activated. So these two are interactive now. I'll go and do the same thing for this chart as well. So select somewhere over here, or click anywhere here, and select on this filter, use as a filter. Now let's see what happens. Yeah, if I select this QB5, awesome. See, all the numbers changed. And now, oh, this is very interesting information inside I'm getting. Is looks like or well, QB5 generated 12,720 loss, and the only product that QB5 manufactured was under technology category machine. Only one type of product it manufactured, and those products were sold in only 3 states. And again, this is also interesting. In fact, in this state, that is California, it generated $360 of profit. In North Carolina, it generated 3840 loss, and in Ohio, oh sorry, in Ohio it generated the most 9,240 loss. So cumulative 9240, sorry, other way, 360 plus negative 9240 plus negative 3840. So that's your 12,070. So this is very interesting information to know. Let's see the next one, which is products manufactured by Chrome Craft. Awesome. Only one type of product was manufactured, and 169 of yeah, that is table, and 169 tables were sold in so many different states. And in fact, there were a few states that where it generated profits: Washington, California, Michigan, and yeah, the green ones. And the rest, yeah, this is the state where it lost the most money, North Carolina. And yeah, and so this is how the yeah profit or loss structure for this type of product was there. Oh, this is very interesting. In fact, let me try something different. So let me select this, or maybe somewhere in between. Yeah, let's go with office supplies binder. It is yeah somewhere in between among the profit. So if I select this, wow, this is very interesting. So of the category office supply binder generated 31,000 of profit, and among the bottommost 30, there were 2 manufacturers who manufactured those binders. One is Premier, second one is Pressboard. Now, let's go ahead and add some filtering options to your dashboard. It's always a good practice, best practice to add the filters so that it will give more options for your users to try few things, extract whatever key piece of information they're looking for. And each user, maybe a user from finance might be looking at a specific information, user from accounting, user from supply chain, user from planning, scheduling, profit loss, CEO, CTO, and so they might be looking for some different information. So giving that filtering option adds a lot of value to your dashboard. Hey, firstly, let's rename this dashboard, say profit dashboard, PROFITESHBOARD. Awesome. So starting, maybe we'll start with this chart first, this sheet first. So how to add that filter is you see, go over here. And again, we know this sheet contains information about categories and subcategories. So let's add those two. So I'm going to say filters. Yeah. So yeah, this is where I went. Filters. Let's start with categories. So you see a layer of filters added. Let's add a subcategory also. Filter, subcategory. You see a long list is created. We'll work on it shortly. But yeah, let's go ahead and start building this. Yeah, so within this, I think this is very useful. So if you see unselect all, everything is gone. If I select only furniture, it's giving me furniture related information. If I uncheck this and check, it's giving me office supply related information and technology. But again, this is not all. So let's complete the entire filtering and then we'll come back and review this whole dashboard. So two filters added. With respect to this, since this is more of a, I will say region related or yeah, state related, let's go ahead and add those filter. And again, if you still remember, when we checked our data source and all these details that we checked, we identified, yeah, like people as well as returns, and within people there is this region category. So again, that was never addressed within any of these sheets, specifically region, all the data is there. Now, maybe this is the time where you want to add that region filter. But again, since there is none of those available in any of these subcharts, which is not referred to, highly likely you won't be able to find the region. Yeah, you can see in this, the filter options are, yeah, action, category, subcategory, manufacturer, latitude, longitude, state and all. But again, state might be there, but again, there are only 4 regions and multiple states are within each region. So yeah, for that, let's go to, uh, yeah, let's select this and let's go to the go to sheet. So if I click this, it will take me to a sheet where this chart came from. So I'll select this, it takes me over there. Here, this is the time when you can add few more filters. Yeah, so which will be displayed later on. Yeah, so here is your filter. So we just talked about region. So I'm going to drag this region over here. A window like this will pop up. Currently, I know I want all of them, so I will say use all for now. I will apply. Okay, that filter is added. I'm going to say OK. On top of it, let's add one more, say order date. Yeah, I'm going to add order date to my filter option. Again, something like this will pop up. Let's go with year. So far, we never paid attention about what what are the years involved within the data we are processing. So let's, maybe this is an opportunity for us to dig in more. So I'm going to select year. I'm going to say next. It's saying, yeah, there are 4 years involved, 2020, 2021, 22, and 23. For now, I'll say use all, apply. You see a new filter is applied. So I'm going to say OK. Now, yeah, since this is dynamic, save, move forward, say profit. Now let's go and see if, yeah, we can see that option. So again, in this option, make this bigger, go to filter, and you can see region is there. So I'm going to say region. You see the region filter is, yeah, is visible on this side. Let's add the order date as well. I'm going over here. Let's say year of order date. Perfect. Even that is added. And with this, I think, yeah, let's see what options we have and what we need to select. Category subcategory is already taken care over here. Category subcategory. This state province, yeah, I think region is covering manufacturer. Yeah, it's we are only focusing on the 30 over here. Sum of profit, I think this is like some profit is everywhere. Quantity is, yeah, maybe not needed. This is sufficient. So we won't pick any filter from here. Now, if you look at our dashboard, well, this is very, this is looking very appealing. Now, it looks like, our dashboard is starting to take a very good form, very solid, yeah, attractive form. But maybe on this side, this is a lot of information. And again, if we rely on a user to manually check this, this might be very too much work for them. And you see, I mean, there are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, yeah, multiple, at least 20 number of checks marks they have to do, which is a lot of work for them. So let's try to make it even more better. Yeah. So maybe, yeah, maybe let's focus on the small item first, easy ones, or maybe not really easy, but maybe let's focus on, yeah, some small items where which makes the most sense. So I'm going to move this, yeah, year of order, and let's change some of the layouts. Yeah, so again, I'm going to select this somewhere anywhere over here and then make this bigger. And here, let's say, yeah, let's use a single value slider. Yeah, let's see what it does. Yeah, and again, there's several filter options we have. Currently multi-value is selected, and that's why you're seeing all the options available. Let's check the first one, that is single, no, sorry, this one, single value slider. And you see, this is how it will be getting a slider. So I'm going to select this, and you see something like this appears. So again, currently all is selected. If I say next, year 2022 is selected, and again the sale for 2022 is visible. Then I go to next. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, it's changing. this is changing, this is changing. So this is, yeah, looking much more better. I'll go back here. One more thing, once I apply this yeah, slider, yeah, let me go over here and let's do this. Say apply to worksheet, and currently it's only applied to this worksheet only. Yeah. So when I make this change, you can see only this worksheet is changing, other nothing is changing. So for that reason, I will go over here and say apply to worksheet and say you all, yeah, apply to worksheet all using related data sources. So already data sources related. I'm going to select this option. Now I'm going to change and see what happens. So currently all, when I move to the next one, which is 2020, you see the other charts also change. Next, even the other charts change. So again, it's all interactive and dynamic. And that's what yeah, I want. So this part is done. So let's see the next part. So next one, what I'm going to do is, let's see region. Yeah, let's move this region. So after year, yeah, let's drag this all the way somewhere middle over here, region. And instead of, you know, having, yeah, like if my user wants to, yeah, uncheck, check, and so on, you see they have to do multiple check. Maybe in this case, this single value list makes more sense. So let's click this and see what happens. Yeah, awesome. So only, I mean, it is giving me option to only select one at a time among all the four available, and topmost is all. So if I select all, I'm going to see the original uh, yeah, like the entire dashboard with all the selections. If I say central, you see it's yeah, I can see only central region. And again, this is how the central region is defined, multiple group of states. If I see east, group of east, and yeah, this is how the sales and like profits were, profits or losses were, and so on. Currently you can see well, this whole map is dynamic. So whenever I'm changing the region, the map is moving to those specific regions, so to fit in within those regions. So again, this is a dynamic view. I can fix this by, you know, I can go over here and you see this pinning option, just like we have in our Microsoft Excel as well, or like all Microsoft packages. If I select this fixed map and see, if I select central, you see the whole map stays there, nothing changes, and only the central region is highlighted. If I do the east, you see only this. So the map is no more dynamic, it's pinned, so the map is not moving. Yeah, this is yeah, this is the, yeah, advantage, or yeah, like a functionality of this. So yeah, currently let's keep it as is. Next, for the category, yeah, maybe there are only 1, 2, 3 categories and 4 is all. Maybe selecting this might not be a big hassle for the user. So maybe we'll just keep it as is. This as well, yeah, let's keep it. Yeah. So if I select all, say furniture, you see only the relevant furniture options are there. So this, okay, the relevant office options are this, and so on. So maybe we can keep it as is for this part. Well, maybe yeah, this is too long list. Yeah, well, just like what we did in our like one of the initial dashboards we created, let's try that option. So we did this on the region, we did this slider on the year of sale, single value slider. Oh no, sorry, it is yeah, this is what we did. Sorry, this is what we did for our year. This is current. This is multiple value drop down. Let's see what. Oops, yeah, no. Well, maybe this still will be hassle. I have to do multiple value. Not a good option. Custom list, okay, I have to define. I don't want to go that way. So I mean, at this moment, maybe wildcard matchups, I have to type in. Not a good option. I think single value drop down. Yeah, I think this is the one we use for our first dashboard. Oh, awesome. Yeah, all I have to do is select this one. Select, yeah, one more. Maybe this. Yeah, let's go with this. So one, I'll select all. One more thing I have to do is, yeah, suppose I select furniture and go. Still, it will give me all list. So let's do this. I'm going to this option over here and let's select only relevant values here. So I'm selecting that. I'm going to do over here also same thing, only, yeah, filter only relevant value for this filter as well, category. For region as well, I'm going to do select only relevant values, and the last filter, fourth filter we have is here also only relevant value. So meaning it will only show the values which are there. All the unnecessary extra items will be gone. It won't be displayed. The next thing is, yeah, oh, so we remember what we did in our first filter, that is, oops, sorry. Yeah, we have applied to worksheets all using related data. So let's do the same selection for the other three filters as well. So apply to worksheet, all using related data sources. Next one, apply to worksheets, all using related data sources. And the last one also, apply to worksheets, all using related. Yeah, so this is all interconnected. I'm going to save it again, and this is my habit of saving. Although at the end it will be there is a, yeah, it will auto save. Yeah, you don't want to lose some cool information. So now, yeah, let's try. So suppose I select East, and if I select for 20, oops, 20, yeah, say 20, let's see the latest year. Yeah, available, which is 2023. So East 2023. Oh, looks like all the categories have made losses only. Yeah, this is the state. I mean, it is what it is. Say for South, yeah, there is, yeah, this is how the, yeah, like the sale is. For the West, this is how it is, and for all, this is how it is. The total, yeah, profit category sold, and states in which products were sold all in all the region 2023. And if I only look at, say, office supplies, oops, maybe there are limited options over here. Again, if I select furniture, all, yeah. So with respect to furniture, only bookshelf, chair, furnishing and tables were sold in these many states, and among the bottommost 30, this is how the standing is. And here also, so since we hit only the relevant value, it's only giving the relevant value, which is, yeah, where the data is present over here. So yeah, looks like yeah, our dashboard is really looking like very dynamic, much more attractive. Yeah. So by this, I'll say, yeah, we have completed this assignment. I hope you enjoyed, learning about Tableau and all these several interactive features we added with respect to, whatever the source data we had. And then we created these three sheets, and then we learned something about dashboard. Yeah, some basics, device as well as automatic size and so on, some features, and then finally we assembled everything together and added these filters and made using different these are filter options and different filter presentation options also. This is a good practice we got. Yeah, we saved this as a profit dashboard. Hey, let's add a title here. So for that, yeah, I'm just going to this objects, and I'm going to select text. I'm going to double click here. I'm going to let this will appear. Let me use the same title. That is profit dashboard dash BOARD. And let me select it all. Well, let's make it bigger, say 24. I'm going to make it bolder. I'm going to make it center. I'm going to add it. Okay, yeah, it found its best fit over here. Yeah, it found some empty space. Maybe I will drag it all the way to the top. Yeah, I think this is good. Well, again, it's taking bigger size. I will readjust the size here. Let's make it thinner. Yeah, I think this looks good. Maybe a little bit lower. Awesome. Yeah. So this is how it's looking like. I'll save it, and let's go and check this, say presentation mode. If I go, yeah, this is, yeah, in my presentation mode. So again, I can hover my mouse here and I get all the values. I can, yeah, this is all. This is for the year 2022 all. If I check 2022 West region, yeah, this is how the performance was. And for 2020 West region, if I unselect furniture and office supply, yeah, this is how the performance was. I do the same thing for office supply. Check furniture. This is how the furniture was. Oh, maybe in the selected region there were, yeah, no sale. Yeah, that's the reason why we are not seeing it. So if I select all, yeah, in the West there were no sales. Maybe some other, yeah. So maybe if I select central, okay, awesome. So it tells me for 2020. Take it away. Let me take it away. So again, in, yeah, whatever, in the central region there was no office supply sale. So whatever sale numbers you are seeing, it was for other region. Well, again, that region disappears because, yeah, I mean, we are using that limited one. So if I select this, if I select a region, still so only furniture was sold in central. Let's go to East, and within the category, what was sold? No office and supply was sold. Awesome, only furniture was sold in each region. This is what it is telling me. Yeah, for 2020. Yeah, so yeah, this is how you apply filter, multiple filter, and so on. And yeah, each person, each like specialized person can look into the details of yeah, what are they looking for, the data of interest, and yeah, get their insights. But this is how you build this dashboard. I hope you enjoyed this exercise, and I hope you learned a lot from this as well. And as we go, we'll be solving more of these. So thank you guys for all your time, attention, all your hard work. Thank you very much. Have a very nice day.